Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Just saw a really cool picture last night and I was going to make the video last night, but I got home late from Lubbock, so I wanted to make the video as soon as I could this morning. But someone just released a photo on the forums about a Jeep Wrangler JLU lifted already, which is awesome. It actually looks really cool and it's kind of changed my mind on the Jeep. So I'm going to show the picture here. You'll see it on the thumbnail obviously, but at first they thought it was a 2.5 inch with 37s, but someone had actually reached out to an FCA rep and it was actually the Mopar 3-inch lift kits. You can order it from the factory or from Mopar with 37s. So if you look closely, it looks like that it's Mopar's high clearance fender flares. They look a little bit taller than when you compare it, it's a little windy out there, than when you compare it to the regular fender flares. So it looks like, I'm not totally sure, but it looks like that it's Mopar's high clearance fender flares. It looks like the fender liner is released, or looks like the fender liner is removed, sorry. And but yeah, it's got 37s and it's a 3-inch lift kit. So what's interesting though is that, you know, they would not put 37s on a Rubicon JK. They wouldn't do that because they know that it needs to be re-geared, the gussets aren't strong enough, you know, the C's aren't strong enough, you need to put gussets on it, you know, all those good things. So what's interesting is that means that there's definitely beefier axles. Maybe it's the one from the Jeep Wrangler Recon that they came out with this year, which has a little bit beefier C's on it, and the axle's a little bit different. So it's either, it could be the axle from the Recon, or it could be a totally new axle, which is what I'm guessing it is, a totally new axle, beefed up. And it also would be interesting if it's got gears in it already, because if it's got different gearing, because they would never throw 37s on 410 gears. So I would say it's definitely coming with different gears. It's most likely got a different drive shaft in it, because as you know, if you do it on the JK, you rip the drive shaft boot, and they wouldn't sell something like that from a dealership knowing that that would be a faulty part. You know, everything's engineered, everything's got to pass inspection, things like that. So it'd be really interesting to see the axles up close. They're definitely going to be beefier, like I said. Maybe the control arms, they've got to be definitely longer, not adjustable, because they probably wouldn't give you adjustable control arms from the factory, but they're definitely going to be longer control arms and a different drive shaft at least, and probably gearing. I would say there's got to be different gears in there for sure. So that's really cool though, because you could run, I mean, I run mine technically, you know, with stock gearing and 37s, but I'm kind of pushing it, you know, like something's going to break eventually. This is saying that you can run 37s from the factory and be totally fine, which is really cool, and it just opens up, you know, the world of aftermarket and what you can do to the Jeep beyond that, because that's a really good starting point, being able to run a 3-inch lift and 37 straight from the factory. So I think that's really cool. You guys let me know what you think below, and it's kind of changed my mind about the JL actually. I think it actually looks really good lifted. At first, I wasn't a big fan of the JL. It's kind of grown on me. The interior is growing on me, you know, as I look into it more and more, and I think once I see it in person, I'll really like it. But the JL, when it's lifted, looks really good, especially with the fender flares. Those high clearance ones, but they still have the width to cover the tire. I think they look really good, actually. So you guys let me know what you think below. I'll definitely have the picture up here. Shout out to Way of Life, and I think his name's Long Arm on the forum. For the cell phone pic that he was able to capture. But yeah, it's a 3-inch Mopar lift kit with 37s that they were driving around. Let me know what you guys think below. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.